Hey guys, welcome back to Farming Up the Hill. I'm Ron. Last night we got 6 inches or so snow, so we're going to be checking on the animals. It's actually quite warm. I'm not even sweating. It's hot.
It's like 37.
37 degrees. The snow just finally stopped falling, and it's starting to melt. I did get the tractor out and do a little plowing this morning to make sure, try to keep the driveways from being just a total mud pit. But yeah, let's go down and check the animals.
Okay, so it's been 24 hours of snow off and on, and we're just checking on everybody. We've checked on them last night too, but look how dirty these puppies are. They're supposed to be white. They do look happy. There's Anthony. Hi, buddy. Cleo. And we have 3 puppies left. But by tomorrow they should be white. So we'll see what happens. Let's go see what everybody else is doing up here. Vern, of course, loves the snow. We got pigs. They look good. What do you think, Dad?
Everything looks good.
Yeah.
Control all the way down here.
That must have been from the wind.
Yeah. Anyway, things look pretty good. You know, we get with the little goats and stuff. We were worried about them when we brought them down this morning, but they're all wagging their tail, having a good time jumping around. So,
because like I said, it's pushing 40 now.
Yeah.
This should be gone and melted tomorrow.
I hope so.
I hope so too. We have a trip. All right. Well, we're gonna feed these boogers and see what happens. You got anything else to say?
No. So up here, you know, we're...
He meant yes.
Yes, I have more to say. The this won't be our last snowfall. You know, we're towards the end of April. We really expect 1 or 2 good snows. Vern! In May. And when I'm saying, you know, an 18 to 20 incher, we normally always get somewhere between there and possibly more. So, but hey, this will be good for the ground, and we'll go from there. Let's feed some animals. We're marking on a pen, so we're just kind of down here. We're going to put these cattle panels around here, because there's a big hole down here. We don't want the animals to get out, so we stick these cattle panels down there that keeps it from being able to easily get out. So put it around here. We got a small piece to put on this door. So kind of go here. We did the same thing on this bigger pen over here for these our cattle that came in. Now the steer over there, he can get let go. He doesn't want to come out of the pen yet. But these girls are a little young. They're yearlings. So we're keeping them in there for a while. We don't want to put the bulls with them because, well, 1, we want to give them a little more time to grow. And 2, I really don't want to have them dropping calves in February where it's really, really cold and snowing like the dickens. So we're kind of holding off on that. Vern, be nice. Yep, Chris just wants a drink. Vert. So anyway, I'm going to go get some water.
Hi, Kyrie.
And look, see, and he's got Kyrie coming over to visit and see what she's doing. Anyway, I'm going to go get some water. Amy's going to work on getting this fencing to stay, and we'll continue on.
I always wanted cow kisses.
Yeah. We're working on more of the goat area, or excuse me.
They don't know about the sheep.
The new paddock we're making, fencing. It's not the goat area. I don't know why I called it that. But anyway, we're going to put this fence up. We rolled it out. Hey, Vern. And we're going to attach it and stretch it a little bit. This is just a temporary setup again. Everything's temporary around here, so for now. But we're gonna have a nice little area here, so we're gonna set this fence up. We're gonna attach it here. We're gonna go to the other end. We're gonna pull it, attach it to all the posts, and we'll continue on. So let's get started. What we're gonna do is Abby's getting this attached here, this, and then we're gonna go all the way down to that roll down there. I'll hook into the fence stretcher, and then we'll stretch it, and then we come back through here, and you lift it up to the T-post and pull it down to the ground. Then we tack it on there, then we come back and finish it up another day, because we'll never get this done today because we still have to do the second feeding, but we'll get as much done as possible. All right.
Why did we not get it done?
I'm gonna put it on Amy.
Yeah.
Life is good up on the hill hood.
It's because somebody's tractor tried to tip over.
Yeah, this is true. Amy tried to knock the tractor over on top of me. Literally.
I didn't do it. He was driving and I was nowhere near him.
He went, ooh. I'm like, ah! It was a lot of fun. Yes. All right, guys, so I'm gonna drive down the other end. We'll pass the post with this. We'll use this winch to help tension it up. We'll put this tensioner on there, we'll pull it, and then we'll come back and start working on getting it attached. So here we go. All right, guys, so we got a 11/16 socket. We're gonna loosen this up, get the fence out, tighten this down. So basically what happens is, I'm gonna take this one completely off. It's been a long time since I used one of these.
So why are you taking those off?
Because basically what we do is remove this, we run the wire over it, we find the spot we want to tighten it down in, and then we tighten her up.
Should be interesting since we didn't cut the fence.
Yeah, you don't cut the fence.
Okay.
I mean, you can if you want, but you don't have to. Come on. Alright, so just make sure that these guys come off here.
Oh, I see. So the little
Yeah,
bolts
little
come
grooves.
out of the thing.
Uh-huh.
I gotcha.
And then it just, you get it off.
There you go.
And then you just slip the fence through it, and then you put this back in, tighten it down.
Okay. Let's do it.
Am I still recording?
Yes.
So what we'll do is I'll reel this in, stretch it, and then we'll attach it to the fence, and then we'll release it, and then we'll come around this post. But right now we're just going to pull straight.
Yeah, we'll show you closer later.
Yeah. works. Use it as a wedge and then we'll pull it tight.
Sweet.
At least that's the plan.
I got this. Yeah. Okay. So now he's gonna back up and stretch the fence theoretically. Hold on a minute.
You guys all right? So we came across and we're gonna catch this corner. So I had to drive the side by side over to the other field. Amy's gonna do her best to get in there. Then what we'll do is I'll release this, we'll unhook it, and then I'll drive back down, get on the inside of the fence. We'll roll this roll. Now this roll is supposed to be 320 feet long. We're less than 144 feet long on the long runs, and then we're 26 feet wide. So there should have been more than enough to go all the way back to where we need to get to. So hopefully this will work. If not, I do have another roll that I can bring over here and finish it up. But and just all the fun stuff that we're going to continue to do around here. Hopefully you can hear me. The wind is brutal right now. If I do this, maybe that'll be better. Anything in this wind setup, but it's not the funnest stuff when you're out here. The temperature's not bad. If the wind wasn't going nuts, it'd be really nice. But and Vern's cattle's behind me, so he's having some good time up there with the animals.
Come on.
He thinks he's gonna hurt them, but he does a nice job. So, come on, Vern. Here you go, buddy. Hey. Hi. Anyway, all right. We'll take a break here and continue the next part. So anyway, guys, just trying to block a little wind here. We're getting in the last leg of it, coming down this way. I have to set in the side by side, or somebody has to. I don't necessarily have to be me, but because you got to have your foot on the brake. I don't have anything to block the wheels. If we do this again, I got to remember to bring things to block the wheels, because literally with the wind and everything, it just pulls the side by side. So I have to have my foot on the brake and adjust the tension, because we do have some hills to go up and down. So that's kind of where we're at. It's like some clouds are moving in. Might get a little moisture tonight. Things like that just kind of come and go pretty quickly. We may not get anything, and we might get hit pretty good. So all fun and exciting stuff. So, but oh, come on. So anyway, guys, we'll keep this rolling and see what we can get done. Be exciting to see at the end, we'll have a gate that goes across here over there, coming over about across even with that. We'll have some gates in there. We'll let the animals go in there and they can walk around, eat a little bit of what grass is there. So it starts freeing up some area then where we can start putting some permanent things in place. I think when it's all said and done, I'll probably end up taking this first run that we showed coming down through here down, and we'll probably just take it on down the line here, farther down to past them, since it is a goat slash sheep, you know, small animal fence. It has the small holes in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that from here or not. And then they get bigger as you go up. So but that allows us to open up this field. It's, I want to say it's like 4 or 5 acres. That field is completely right there that's fenced in. It'll be a lot nicer once we, like say, we can open it up. We'll get to run a little electrical out there. We got some plans for the future out here, but as we go and have a little fencing and a little money, we can buy some stuff and relook at some of the pastures and stuff that we have. It'll be nice to be able to do some of that stuff and just keep working on it. It is a constant battle to continue on between the weather and the animals. So they're yelling at me to take it in a little bit. So we'll do that, and we'll just keep rolling and watch them do some stuff. I think the cattle might be decided to come home. It's like they're moving down out of the hills. Probably just trying to get lower to get out of the wind. They're on about an 8-acre parcel up there that we had designated as basically our winter pasture. And next year that won't be our winter pasture. We'll pull them off of that. We're going to do some work on that field. We'll do a little planning. We got some things we're going to try on it, see how it works out, and then they'll end up moving to a different area for the winter, smaller pasture, probably, you know, have a nice little barn type area, you know, a couple acres for them. It'll be where the bulls spend their season when they don't get to. We don't want anybody bred could be bred, the cows, the yearling heifers. So we'll have an area for them to stay in when everybody else is out running. Then once that's all taken care of, then the herd will be all together. And then in wintertime, we'll bring them all together where they're doing nothing but hay, having a little exercise area as a whole. But pretty much just in a winter pasture, and we can keep an eye on them, make sure everybody's doing okay. That's really the winter time, being cold, and we're definitely gonna have some spots where they can get out of the wind, and some area to keep them, you know, keep the snow and the rain off of them. As you can see, my knucklehead dog down there, Vern, he's sticking his head through the fence. It's our neighbors. Really help us out a bunch. They're definitely a godsend on helping us out, and we help them out, and that's what we do up in the mountains. We help each other out. We get mail for each other at the post office because they do not deliver mail here. The post office is about 14-15 miles away, maybe a little more than that even. I'll have to measure it one day with the car. And we'll also have, if we go down to a grocery store, we let people know, and we work that out so we can pick odds and ends items up. You know, you need a gallon of milk, loaf of bread, bananas, whatever it may be, you know, just to help out. Sometimes we get more. Most of the time it's just a few items that you didn't remember at the stores, or you just finished them up a little faster than you anticipated. So that's just how this mountain living is, the country, however you want to look at it. I probably know more people, like I've said before, in a 15-20 mile radius than I knew on this when I lived in the city, and my neighbors. You know, I might know the ones on either side of me, maybe across the street or behind me, but really as a whole, I really didn't know, and we were super close together. And out here, I know people long distances away. So it's quite interesting on how that works. Pretty much a pretty tight-knit community. We call each other if there's a problem or we see something going on that doesn't quite look right. We're letting people know. We're quite a ways off the paved road, and our road is a dead end. So as a whole, we know whose cars and stuff are there, and we see people driving around. They're either, and we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt, they're lost, or trying to find a family member or whatever out here. They don't know which house it is, but sometimes they're up to no good, and we take some pictures and we turn it in and let the local authorities know that we got somebody out here driving around, or if they start reporting things missing, then we got some video of or pictures of vehicles that don't necessarily belong out here. But really as a whole, we don't really have much problem in that at our houses and stuff. Where we have the open range, large areas of 10, 15, 20,000 acres, then we start getting some shenanigans going there with people trying to steal stuff or cattle or whatever it may be. So, but once again, we try to keep an eye out for each other and kind of go from there. But it's always interesting what we got to do and how we got to do it. So, and as a whole, people just know what's going on up here, and we'll get into tourists, and there'll be a bunch of tourists, and they'll be trying to find something or shortcut, and that's what we'll be looking at. But so lots of fun stuff. I think the biggest problem we have up here is like I just said, is everything's far away, and so when we can spend a day real quick. We can blow a day just traveling down to the hardware store and big box store to get a few things, and you go down there, it's 2 hours each way, 3 hours each way, and it just never fails. By the time you get back, try to leave early after you feed the animals. You go there, get back. By the time you get back, it's pretty much just time to feed the animals again. And that keeps going. So it's and it's like anything else. Like I said before, Amy actually works remotely. She has a full-time job. I actually help out in town a little bit, just a few days, a few hours at one of the local shops that the people just needed a break. So I just help them out a little bit. So then I just I start here in the morning at 5:30. Try to wake up around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Try to get out the door at 5:30. Try to get everything taken care of. Get all the animals, check anything. You got to always look for things that they've broke down or something's digging a hole trying to get in where they don't belong. Trying to fix all that stuff, and then you just keep going. And then the next thing you know, it's time to feed them all again, which when we get this section of fencing done, it is time to feed again. So we will get this buttoned up, and we'll keep going, and we'll do all the feeding, the gathering, getting everybody where they belong again. And then it's time for the inside chores. We do all the outside chores, and then we still got to clean house and do laundry and make dinner and all the fun stuff. And hopefully we might be able to catch an interesting show or something. So on TV. Of course, we have to stream everything because we don't get any TV channels, open air channels here, so it's all good stuff. But we're, you know, we try to YouTube TV, Prime, Netflix. We actually let the Netflix go. So we'll see what they're yelling at. Okay. So anyway, we'll continue on, and when we get this little piece done here, we'll get back and we will let you see the finishing of this part of it. So get back with you soon. So anyway, we'll end this video. Please, if you like our content, share this video with people, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe would be great. If we get more subscribers, it would be beautiful. We're slowly building, but don't have very many of them. But like and subscribe, leave us a comment. We love to hear from everybody. So anyway, have a great evening, and we will see you next time on top of the mountain.